the Torah people, to the Olam, to the Frum Olam, and I wish to make it open and to show what it is about. Okay. First of all, how did I start this, and why did I start doing this therapy? I want to thank my father for this. My father's yahrzeit is in a few days on Shabbos. So it's been 7 years, 8 years since I started this, after his passing away, unfortunately. And what happened is that I started feeling itching. I started having eczema on my screen, and it was burning. It was burning, and it was traveling all over the body. It was not on one fixed spot. I didn't know what it was. I went to see a dermatologist in Israel, in France. Hours of testing, nothing wrong, everything was okay, and I could not fix it. So I took pills for 1 year. I was taking pills every 3 days. After 3 days, it's coming again. After 3 days, again. It was. Dr. Levi. It was really, really painful and bothering. So I heard on the radio that hypnosis can cure a skin disease. So I thought, okay, I'm going to see an hypnotherapist and we'll see what happens. I don't know anything about hypnosis. I don't know. So I looked on the internet and I saw training on hypnosis. I say, what do I need to go and see a therapist? I'm going to train myself and I'm going to cure myself. So I decided to take the training. And when I took the training, I saw that everything that is in the training, I learned it in my Torah learning. I learned it in the Gemara, I learned it in the Chumash. Whatever they say is written by us. We have it all. But in terms of the organization of the therapeutic tools, they put it in a seder, and it's organized. And by us, it's spread out in Medrashim, Gemaras, and Chumashim, and Chumash. So it was mind-boggling and fascinating for me to see the Torah application in terms of therapy. Okay, so I took the training. I was so fascinated by the training that I had a telecom company. I'm a telecom engineer. I sold my company, and I went into that fully, 100%. I still didn't cure myself. I still had it, and I didn't understand. So I tried with my friends who learned with me, who were now becoming colleagues, to help me. They couldn't help. They had not enough experience, I guess. And one day I met a therapist. It was a lady. And I told her, look, I have this problem. Can you help me with this? So she said, okay, fine. Let's put you under hypnosis and let's see what's going on. So before I go on with the story, I want to mention one point. Is that I said thank you to my father for this, because my father, when I was a bachur, wanted me to learn in university, and he didn't want me to go to yeshiva first. He didn't want me. He said, "No, you learn in university, you get a degree, then you do whatever you want." And I didn't want, so he sent me to Cleveland, to CWRU University, and I was there for a year. After a year, I said, "No, I'm quitting. I go to yeshiva," and I came to Monsey in Yeshiva Or Sameach, which was in 1985, 86. It's like 39 years ago. So you can figure out, it was a long time ago. I'm a Monsey Bachor, a long time ago. And for me, it's like coming home. So I decided not to follow what my father said. I came to Yeshiva. But I still went into the engineering field, and I continued on that job. But I felt it was an obligation that I had to listen to my father. Okay, so I come back to the story with the therapist. And in the hypnosis, you go to the subconscious mind. We'll see what it is now. The subconscious mind is what is inside you that you are not even conscious about it. It's unconscious. You're not even conscious of what it is. And she asked me, why do you have this eczema. Why? Why is your body burning you? And then I told her the story. I didn't know. I told her the story. When my father passed away, he was in a hospital in Israel. I was with my two sisters, and it was an emergency room. There was an emergency person who came into the room, and they asked my sisters and me to leave the room to be able to attend that other person. That other person, they put him next to my father. And as they were there, something happened, and my father stopped breathing, but they could not hear the alarms, they could not hear anything because they were dealing with that other person. And then I saw a commotion, I saw a big balagan, they were all in an emergency, and then my father passed away. And they were there, they were 1 meter away, and they didn't move, they didn't do anything. So I said that in the hypnosis session, and I said, I didn't say goodbye to my father. I was there, and they asked me to leave the room, to go in the waiting room for a few minutes, and during those few minutes he passed away, and we didn't have time to say goodbye. And that was a trauma, and that trauma the body sends to the unconscious mind. It sends a message saying, hey, you have something to solve. It's burning you inside, and I didn't know. And then she told me, okay, now say goodbye to your father. Say what you had to say to him. And I remind you, I had this thing for a year and a half. It didn't. So I said goodbye to my father. I said whatever I had to say. And then she said to me, say what he would have told you. So I said also what he would have told me. And then the session was finished. Woke up from the session, and I had no more rash, nothing ever happened. It was unbelievable. But that is how the mind and the body function together. Mind and body are connected to each other, they function together. What unfortunately modern medicine does not understand is that a body is not only the body, it's a body and a brain. It's a body and your mental state. It's not just a mechanic, like a car. If you have a problem in a part of the car, you fix the part of the car and that's it. If you have a problem in the liver, in the heart, it's not a problem of the liver, of the heart, it's a problem of the head. So it is connected, and it is important. Somebody who is in a coma, he can stay in a coma 10 years, he will never get sick. Why he doesn't get sick? Because his mind is not sending him a message that he's not well, you know? And that's how it works. So you have to deal with your mind in order to cure a body problem, and that's where hypnosis comes into place. So I'm going to, with that introduction, I'm going to introduce what I do and the different tools that I have. So I am a clinical hypnotherapist. It's been 7 years ago, and now I want to thank my father for this, because of him the Galgal was finished. In other words, because of him, I could now become what I wanted to be maybe 30 years ago. Because he imposed on me not to be what I wanted, but at the end of his days, at the end of his life, because of this Monsey, then I could achieve something that I love to do. So that is really, and it's yours right now. So it's really mind-boggling to me the way things work out, the way the Ashgacha works out, and the way to look at things that you can say. I was traumatized by this. I was traumatized by the hospital. It was a negligence. It's a pshia of the hospital, and we could not do anything. But yet, okay, it worked out that way, now I can do this, and I thank my father for this. So I have a lot of different trainings that I took then, and especially in neuroscience, in the way the brain functions, and the way to be able to speak to the brain and to speak to the body, and to be able to change things quite rapidly and quite fast. So we're going to go on with what is hypnosis, so that you can understand what is hypnosis, and can the Torah be used as a therapy tool? Okay, yes, if you say therapia in Hebrew, it's trufa, okay, and that is the same word. So, and it's also therapia, therapika. So you have Hashem who is curing you, and it's interesting that this word is used in Yechezkel, and it is something that we should use. The Torah is not only, of course, a therapy book, but it's something to be able to, it's a tool to be able, enable us to be better and to have a healthier life and stable life. So, is hypnosis mutar or asur? A lot of people are afraid what it is. That's a blah 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 blah. A lot of shalos were asked to a lot of poskim. I took only one, which is Rav Moshe Feinstein, who allows hypnosis, because hypnosis is a natural state. I will explain exactly what it is, and he just advised that it should be done with a proper therapist, with a Ben Torah, a former person who is not going to give different ideas into a person's mind. But this is the same as a psychologist or even a doctor or even anyone that you are going to see is going to influence you. So you should be careful who is influencing you. So it's the same thing with hypnosis, because we work with changing a person's mind and way of thinking. So, and there has been a lot of shalos about it already in the 19th century. I'm not going to go into it. What are the different applications area? So we have in health area, disorder, eczema, like I said, in skin disorders, digestive problem, childbirth. So hypnotherapy, you don't need to do the peridural, whatever. Accelerated eating, pain reduction, and so on and so forth. In the social and professional, you have preparation for exams, you have creativity, artistic, memory increase, self-confidence, self-esteem, focus, children who are not focused, even adults who are not focused, stress and emotion control, it's very important. You have also in the behavioral addictions, phobia, animal phobia. I'll tell you a small story. I live near a yeshiva in Paris, and a bachur came to me and said, look, I was engaged and my kala broke with me. The engagement, why? Because we were on the sidewalk walking, and I'm afraid of dogs. So I saw a grandmother with a little dog coming across. I ran to the other side of the street, and I abandoned my kala and in front of the danger. For her it was nothing, but for me it is a danger. And she said, what? You abandoned me like this? I don't want a husband who is not going to protect me in case of danger and who runs away. And she broke the shidduch. So a lot of Bahrim came afterwards to me to say, I don't want to be afraid of dogs. So it's a thing of life that, okay, in Monsey you don't have so many dogs, but in Paris and in other, even in New York, whatever, you have people going with dogs, and that's part of the life. So you have to deal with different phobias and cure them and fix them. People are afraid to go on lift or on planes or whatever it is. Fix it. Don't stay with your problems. Any problems you have, don't stay with it, because Hashem will put, as an Isayon, He will put that problem in front of you all the time. All the time you will be confronted to it, and you want to escape, and you escape, and you escape, but at the end of the day you live a miserable life because of that. Okay, so in practice, I go to hospitals, and we have pain control, birth control. You can operate somebody under hypnosis without anesthesia. Because why? In the mind we tell him, okay, now the pain, you're not going to feel the pain. Again, pain is something from the brain, and we can avoid the pain. We know that the Gedolim, when they had to go under an operation, they did what is called self-hypnosis on themselves. They went into a sugya, they went into something, and they just alleviate the pain. And it is like this that it's going. So what is hypnosis? Hypnosis is a therapeutic technique and an altered state of consciousness. It's a natural state, and I will explain what it is. A natural state means that you are, let's say, daydreaming. When you are daydreaming, you are under hypnosis. In other words, you are thinking about something else. Let's say you are driving on the highway and it's a smooth road, and when you are driving, you think about something else. you're daydreaming. When you're doing something or you're in a train or whatever, your mind is wandering. And when your mind is wandering, that means you're not fully conscious of what's happening right now. You are daydreaming. You're in the moon. Come back here. That's when you are under an hypnotic state. When you are under this state, your conscious mind is not blocking, is not filtering anymore, and therefore you are open to suggestions. You're open to changes. That's the only thing. That's how it works. And it is a simple technique. Relax, dream, and the therapist can speak, and then you can change. That's how it works. It's very simple. Okay, so how does it work? Your brain, and this is scientific. It is a science proven with the brain. How do you call it when you take a brain image? Comment ça? Excuse me? MRI. MRI, exactly. You can see the brain changing when you are under hypnosis. So it allows communication between the conscious and the subconscious mind. Okay, so when you go with that communication, you're open to changes. Go ahead. So that's how it works in the brain, and it's an access key to your subconscious mind. Subconscious mind is everything that you are made of, everything. From your childhood, a child is unconscious. He doesn't know a thing. He is unconscious of danger. And when you educate a child, you are putting inside him a program, like a computer. This is good, this is not good, this is religion, this is not what to do, whatever it is. So you input something in the child's brain. You're programming it. That is going into his unconscious mind, and that's how hypnosis goes into the unconscious mind, and it puts you in a child mode where you are again receptive to changes. Okay, that is what is in the unconscious mind. It's the ability to change things into your life. The unconscious mind is what you see on the bottom. It is 99% of what you are, and the conscious mind is 1% of what you are, because the unconscious mind is your education, your religion, your beliefs, everything that you do. As I said, you are programmed. Your traumas, your problems, it's unconscious. Everything is on the unconscious mind. So if we can change the unconscious mind, we go ahead and you have tremendous results. Okay, because it stores memory, it stores knowledge, it stores things that you don't even know. Okay, that's the unconscious mind. We'll see in the Torah how it is called. Right now you're going to see. So Rav Wolbe wrote that there are forces, hidden forces into the mind of a person, and these hidden forces, hidden resources are there to help the person grow. And at the same time, he said there's a Melumad in Austria, so it was Freud, that also in psychology went into the psychological aspect of these forces and that we have, these resources that we have. And so we had the Muslim movement, and we had the psychological approach with Freud and Rav Salanter, but both are one on the Torah thing, one on the secular aspect of it. And that's, but in fact, we all have this chokhmah inside us, and we have this chokhmah in Chazal, and it's a pity not to use it. It's a pity not to know about it. Yeah, go ahead. So, Rav Nesser said that the knowledge of things, you can read it in, is not sufficient to change. It's, you have a yediyah, v'yadata et Hashem, v'yashevosa levavecha. It's only if you have le'yashevosa levavecha, if you put it in your heart, that you can change things. If you know things, you're not going to change them, okay? If you know, for example, that cigarette smoking is bad, but you don't integrate this. It's not part of you that it is bad. You're not going to change. You're still going to continue smoking, although your conscious mind knows that it's bad, but your unconscious mind did not yet acknowledge it. And so you have to put to heart. The lev, in terms of Chazal, is the unconscious mind. It is the nefesh apnimi. It's what is constituting you, and that is very important that you work with the lev. Rahman Ali Babai. We're not robots. We are human beings with a lev, with a heart, and that's what our feelings and emotions are very, very important. When you do things, it's with emotions. If you do this without emotions, you are like a robot, and it doesn't work. So you have to be able to control the lev and to control the heart and to control your subconscious mind in order to change things in your life. So, the Gemara discusses the proverb of Shlomo HaMelech when it says "Da'aga belev ish yesichena or yisechena." So, if you have a da'aga, you have to speak it out. You have to say it over. It should not stay inside you. Whatever you don't say, it imprints inside you and it stays inside you, and at one point it explodes. It explodes like with a burning eczema, or with a disease, or with a cancer, or with whatever. It explodes inside and outside the body. You have to speak things out. It is very important. I quoted the bracha of Yaakov Avinu, Naftali Yaila Shlecha, Anot an Imre Shafer. This Rav Shimshon Raphael here should say the Imre Shafer were the nice words that Naphtali, the tribe of Naphtali, was the psychologist tribe of the Bnei Israel. And Imre Shafer is nice words. Most probably gave the word super in English. So super words, you're giving a super words to people, they are getting better and better. Words influence people. This week we are in Parashat Shoftim. We did shochad at Enei Chachamim. A shochad, a little dime, will change somebody's mind. So all the more so, when you speak to someone, you can influence him. It's very important that this positive shochad you can do to someone is by speaking. Your words are creative. We know that Bereshis bara Elokim et Hashamayim v'aretz is boreh with words, and bara is also the same word as briut, so that you are healthy with your words. With healthy words, you can change somebody's mind. So it's very important to understand that you cannot change yourself, and achavush matir et atzmo. So you cannot free yourself from your problem. If you have a broken leg, you go to the doctor. So if you have a broken mind, you also go to a mind doctor to fix it, because that's the way Hashem created the world, that a man cannot fix himself by himself. Why? Because he is not objective, he is very subjective to his own mind. Okay, so how does hypnosis work in terms of a session, and how does it work in terms of Torah comparison? This is really very, very interesting to understand how it works and what is the technique. We work with imagination, so the koach hadimion, projection, meaning look what you're going to become, like a dream, suggestions, and metaphors. Metaphors are mashalim. The Medrash is full of metaphors, full. The whole Bereshis is full of metaphors. And I never understood this, till I never understood. I understood, but I said, why does the Torah have to tell me metaphors and stories about Avraham Avinu and the Chesed and Rivka and this and that? Tell me, be kind. Duach nasasochim, and I understand in one sentence, be kind, do Chesed, do Tzedakah. No, you have to tell a story. The story goes into the mind, and the story imprints the mind and the heart, and that's how Torah works, and that's what we do in hypnosis. We tell stories. It's very important to tell stories, and that's why we say stories to our children, because this goes into their mind, and therefore we can change things by putting stories into people when they are under hypnosis, and it's a great change for them. So, stories is when the brain imagines that it's possible. careful. It's possible with reality. You can change things with reality. It can become a reality. What you imagine can become a reality, and that's very important to project yourself into a different state. You think you are ill, you are sick? No, you have to project yourself that you are being healed now, that you are cured, that your problem is fixed. If you stay with, I have a problem, I have a problem, and I have a problem, you will always stay with that problem. You have to imagine that the problem is solved, and then you can really solve it. And that's really what we have also in the Torah. It's positive thinking about your future. How does it work? It works with a chalom. Again, the chalom, for example, of Yaakov Avinu, he was dreaming that the malachim were olim v'yordim. Olim v'yordim. Normally, he should have said yordim v'olim, but the malachim were going up to the Kisei HaKavod and looking at Yaakov's Avinu face under the Kisei HaKavod and say, look what you're going to become. You're going to become Yaakov Avinu. Now you are the small Yaakov, you're going to become Yaakov Avinu. And he woke up, he said, wow, that's what I'm going to become. They showed him his future face. They showed him the chalom. So it's interesting to see the word chalom when you have a machala, okay, a sickness, and it's a milchama inside your body with the cells and the organs, and leachlim means to get better, to heal, the chemla, and this is through the chalom. So when you are cholem, that you are going to be cured, you can cure that milchama and that machala. It's very important. That's why I say people who have cancer, they have to imagine that they're cured. They have to have a positive mental. Okay, you have the positive mental. We should have had the positive mental 10 years ago and 5 years ago before it started, because that's the way we have to live in a positive way, akol letova, and that's what the Torah wants from us. So it's important to understand that we ourselves put into ourselves the problems. Okay, so does it work for everyone? You know, put this because he is hypnotizing the whole world. So he's 100% of people can be hypnotized. They can be hypnotized, in other words, because hypnosis is a natural state. It's simply being relaxed and let go of all the pressure and all your tension, and that's what hypnosis is. The only way where it doesn't work is when you resist the therapist and you say, I don't want to do it. Okay, so if you don't want, you don't do. That's the only way it doesn't work. Otherwise, it works for everyone who is open to heal and to let go the pressure and to let go the conscious mind stopping and blocking him, and being able to be open to changes. So now, if you want, I would like to make you experiment a state of hypnosis, which is a relaxation state, and then we will go with questions and answers. The way it works is, in order to go into a hypnotic state, you have to be relaxed. You have to focus and you have to be relaxed. How do you relax? There is one thing, one area where you can control your subconscious mind. It is the breathing area. All subconscious domains you cannot control. For example, your nervous system you cannot control. Your digestive system you cannot control, because your breathing system you cannot control. This you can control, because when you breathe, you don't say to your heart, breathe fast, breathe not fast. But when you want to, this is the only thing you can do, is to change your breathing rhythm and cardiac rhythm, and even your tension, you can change it by breathing. So I will invite you to just for 2-3 minutes, we'll do a breathing relaxation session. You are going to see a small ball going up, you breathe in, and going down, you breathe out. When you breathe in, mouth closed. When you breathe out, as if you blow out of a straw. And when you breathe in, your stomach grows like a balloon. When you inflate a balloon, there is air going to the balloon, so the air going into the body, so the body goes fatter, not the contrary. So let's start, if you agree, to just feel that, have that feeling, and then we're going to go for questions and answers. So just follow the little ball going up, you breathe in. Let's go. So it's called the cardiac coherence. It's in French, but you understand. 5 minutes to just relax. Just relax. Let's go. I don't know if there is sound or not. Yes. No? Okay, no sound, but it's okay. So you breathe in and breathe out. You can imagine there is nice music. You can also, if you want, follow the beep and close your eyes. As the beep up and down. You can imagine as if it is a sea wave going down the body, and then going up and up. Simply breathing in, breathing out, relaxing. You have nothing to think about, just to concentrate on the beat, concentrate on my voice, and let the sensation of relaxation go through your body. Simply like this. It's important to know that you can really free yourself from troubles if you breathe. When Hashem asked Moshe Rabbeinu to free the Bnei Israel, and he went to see them, he told Moshe said, the Bnei Israel cannot be freed. Why? Because of avoda kasha and kotzer ruach. They cannot breathe. They have a short breath. Kotzer ruach, they have a short breath, and therefore, if you really want to become a free person, you have to have a wide breath. So that's what we do actually on Shabbos. So we have menuchas hanefesh, menuchas haguf. We breathe, no stress, nothing. But the Shabbos experience is not enough. It has to go through the week as well. And I systematically in session give people to do this 3 times a day. 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes in the afternoon, and 5 minutes before going to bed. So it's 15 minutes daily to be able to be without stress. And it's very important to understand that stress is the major factor of problems and illness that we have in a human person. Why? Because when you are stressed, your brain produces stress hormones, cortisol, adrenaline, and it attacks the person's organs, because stress is good, is positive when you are in real danger. But when you are not in real danger, when you don't need it, it's toxic. So you have to be able to relax and to produce well-being hormones like serotonin, oxytocin, etc. And these hormones are enabling the body and the organs to feel better during 3-4 hours. So when you do in the morning, so you have a good morning, and then you have a good afternoon, and then you have a good night, and you are stressless during the whole day. And that's very important, to be calm and to be benachas, the nachas ruach. That's exactly what Hashem wants from us, to be benachas ruach. He doesn't want us to be nervous. So now I think I'm ending this this lecture now, because it's long. It could go on and on and on. And if you have questions, ask, but not too difficult questions, please. So If you have questions, I am open to questions. If you want to meet me, if you want to speak to me afterwards privately, or if you want to contact me, you can. You have a WhatsApp number. I have a US number as well, which is no SMS and no WhatsApp on the US, only voice. The other one is a WhatsApp number. You can contact me, and if you want, we can have sessions together. I come quite often to the US, but I also follow people on Zoom, so I do it. People all over the world, in Africa, in New York, in Canada, in London, whatever it is, in Israel. So it's okay to do hypnosis also on Zoom. It works very well as well. So yes, you had a question. I don't have a card on me now, but that's why if you can take a note of my number, take my number and call me. Yes, but you have to speak very loudly. I don't. Yeah. I will repeat the question.
Your experience, it sounded like you had immediate success with the eczema.
Yeah.
Do you find that sometimes it takes more than one session?
Okay, I will repeat the question.
And are there other factors, such as environmental factors, diet, that helps the process?
It's a good question. Shalom was my roommate here in Or Sameach, in Monsey, 45, 50 years ago, yes, right?
You was 45.
Yeah, we are very old. The question is if one session is enough or not, and are there other aspects of your health with regards to eating habits, with regards to smoking, environment, and whatever? Obviously, yes. Obviously, if you have habit disorders, it is going to impact on you and on your health. Obviously, if you have a bad diet, if you eat too much sugar, it will really impact on you, and it's going to affect the therapy. So it's a holistic system. And when I see people, I go into their diet as well. I go into their energy. I go into what they do to feel better. It's not only mental. Your body has to also enact. So you have to really have a shmira of your nefesh. Nefesh is also the mental, but it's also the body. So the Torah is telling you, be careful with your health. It's akol b'dei shamayim chutz mitzanim pachim, meaning your health. Whatever you smoke, you eat bad, you have a bad diet, it's you who is creating the problem, not Hashem. It's not b'dei shamayim. You have eaten 3 pounds of chocolates, you get sick because you ate that, it's your fault. It's not Hashem's fault. People get lung cancer because they smoke, it's not Hashem's fault. It's your fault. You should not have smoked. And that's really very, very important to understand that you are responsible for your health, and therefore you have to take care of it. I say to people, you have to be your own bodyguard. You have to be your bodyguard. So be careful. Just the way you don't put your hand in the fire, you don't cross the street when there are cars. So you have to eat carefully also, and you have to have a good energy and a good environment. So there are things to do and to change in your physical life in order to be better. But that's, up to, we have the Rambam saying we have everything, we have all the Chokhmah, but we don't listen to it, and we don't even know about it anymore, and we don't read about it, and it's a real pity. And that's why there are therapists now, and a lot of therapists who are coming into the world to be able to help people to get a better life and a better energy. I want to show you something, if you want. This is a very, very quick test about energy, just for you to know what it is. A volunteer? Yes? Okay, come. Oh, whatever. Okay, 2 volunteers. Come. 2 volunteers. Just to show you. No, yeah. Yes. Just to show you energy. Energy. Okay. Do you have a phone on you?
No.
No? No phone on you?
No.
Strange. Okay, very good. Somebody has a phone?
Call me strange in front of me.
Oh, sorry. Very good. I can use yours. Thank you very much.
Open it?
No, don't open it.
Right.
Close it. Okay, we're going to make an energy test. You want to put your hand like this. Okay, I'm going to, not yet, I'm going to push on your hand and you're going to resist, okay? I'm not going to push too hard and you're going to resist and you're going to see the amount of power you put in to resist, okay? Let's start. Okay, you're resisting good, okay? Fine, I'm not pushing too hard and this resisting is fine. Okay, now, put this no good phone in your pocket. And give me my phone, please. Another phone. Okay, now we're going to do the same test. Okay, same test. You put more force. Okay, give me my phone. In my pocket. In the pocket, please. 2 phones. Again. Yo! He's resisting more. No energy. You feel it? Okay. We'll try with you. I can recuperate the phones. No, wait. Okay, now the same thing. Same thing. Put your hand like this. Okay. You have less power than him. Okay. Put the 2 phones in your pocket. Put the 2 phones in your pocket. Same thing. Stand in front of everybody. He's resisting more. Phones, they take your energy. Magnetic field of the phones, they take your energy down, and you have less energy. That's why it's not kosher. You have to.
How about a flip phone?
The what?
A flip phone.
I didn't test with the flip phone.
I had a flip in my pocket the first time, that's why.
So, excuse me?
I had a flip phone in my pocket.
Okay, so you can give it back. But this is just to show you a little bit of things that we have a phone in our pocket all the time. Take it off. Take it off. Don't sleep next to your phone. Don't sleep. Put it to charge in another room because it is brain. It is good. The brain waves go into your body. It's very bad. But this is just an example of the environment that you were speaking about. Any question? Other questions? Yes.
Doing hypnosis, which you mentioned, could help for diet.
Can you speak louder? But I will repeat the question.
Hypnosis, is it a one-time fix, or is it like a springboard for further learning?
Okay, hypnosis sessions, it depends, and this will answer your question, which I didn't answer really, thank you for reminding me. Hypnosis sessions, it depends on what is the problem, what is the objective. For example, if somebody comes because they have a phobia, like the dog phobia, or plane phobia, or whatever it is, they're afraid of snakes, then it will take 1 or 2 sessions. Okay, one time, it's okay. Cigarettes, 2 hours, one time. If it is diet, 3 months. Because cigarette, we know it's bad, we know it's poison, we know it's not good. Food, we know it's good, and we want to live, and we enjoy the food. So it's much more difficult to brainwash the person in order to change their eating habits. So cigarette is longer. Self-confidence. Self-confidence, I have a lot of people who come because they lack self-esteem. And they think they are bad. They think they are not worthy of being, doing this and that, because they believe that in their mind. They believe they are not worthy and they are not capable of. So that takes 4 or 5 sessions, a month and a half, 2 months, till they really change. But they see the first session. You see tremendous changes. So it depends on the objective. It depends for what. So that's the basic answer I can give you, and each one has got his own problems to deal with. Are there any other questions?
How much do you charge for a session?
Yes, and you?
If you don't have any problems.
If you don't have any problems, I don't believe so. Why? Because en tzaddik ba'aretz asher lo yicheta. So if we all have Chaim, we all make mistakes. That means that we don't have full das. Torah, we don't have full das. If we don't have full das, then we have a shtut. So, if you have a shtut in your mind, then then there is a problem. We all have problems. We all have things to improve. And unfortunately, if somebody has nothing to improve, then he has nothing to do in this world. So people do have things to improve. Now there are major things and there are minor things. Major things you need a therapist. Minor things you can solve it through yourself. It's okay, and why not? But you still need advice, whether it's a Rav, a Rebbe, this, whatever it is. But we all have areas of improvement, especially in relationship. Human relationship is very important. Whether it's a spouse, whether it's teachers and children, whether it's partnerships in business, whatever it is. When you have people you're dealing with emotions, you're dealing with people that can be nervous, we're dealing with people that can be aggressive. So, and we ourselves, everybody needs something, everybody. I will answer the other question. How much do I charge? I charge about $150 per session. I do make a special price for the Frum Olam that cannot afford it, and I do also make a special price for when it is longer sessions, whatever it is. To answer your question. Yes, you had another question?
Does it work for depression? Someone that's struggling with depression.
Okay, yes, and the other one?
And is it something that we can learn how to do it?
Yes. Okay, yes. Depression is a mental state and it's a body state. Okay, depression does not come in 1 second. A person that is in a depressed state, dikaon in Hebrew, and it doesn't come right away. Depression comes because there has been one negative emotion at one point. Somebody felt bad because of an event, and you have to understand that an emotion comes from the word motion, makes you move. Okay, so whether it's a happy emotion, whether it's a sad emotion, whether it's an anger emotion, it makes you move. But the emotion is temporary. It's 1 second, a few seconds. After that few seconds, then you have to think, what do I do with this emotion? Do I stay with this? Let's say you are in a wedding, in a chasana, and you are happy. You have a happy emotion. But now the wedding is finished, and at 3 o'clock in the morning you start dancing and nobody is there. So it's a bit awkward, it's a bit strange. Or you have a sad event, okay, unfortunately it happens. So somebody is Avelus, and we know, okay, Avelus, it's for 1 year, but no more. And we have stages, 7 days, 3 days, 7 days, 30 days, whatever. We have stages. The Torah tells you, hey, don't stay with that emotion too long, because when it stays longer, then it becomes a feeling, a sentiment. It becomes something that stays with you, and then the depression is there, because you didn't manage that emotion in the beginning. So don't stay with the emotion. And if you did stay, then yes, you have to see a therapist to get out of the depression. And yes, with hypnosis, I deal with a lot of people with depression, and Baruch Hashem, it works well to let them see life in a positive way, because that's what it is. They see everything negative, they stay in bed, and they don't move, they don't do anything, they don't go along with their lives. And it's a pity, and it's a real pity in the Frum world to see people like this. So it's very, very important to not let people stay in that state. Once again, yes. Wait, did I answer the second question? What was it?
Second question is that we want to learn how to do something to help others.
Yes, you can take a training. Yes, just as I did. I took a training course and 2 training courses and a few months training, and I learned. After you have, it's like everything. It's like music, it's like cooking, it's like everything. You can be good or not good. You can take a training in music or in singing. You can be a bad singer too, or a good cook, or whatever it is. It depends on your skills and how good you will be. But you can learn. It's a technique. And it's also to have a lot of empathy for people. You have to feel for people. It's a feeling. You have to have these feelings.
Like for instance, this case of depression or any other kind of ailment. If a person's taking medication, do you have to coordinate with the psychiatrist or with the doctor to be able to?
Okay, good. If someone is under medication, what do? So I get a lot of cases like this under medication. I'm not going to take a responsibility to take people off medication. I'm not a medical doctor, and I will not go ahead. Bye-bye, Jonathan. Thank you for coming. And why? Because it's too much of a responsibility. But what happens is that after 3 months of therapy, they take the medication off by themselves. They go with the doctor. I advise them to go to the doctor because they no longer need it. They no longer need it. And you have to understand that medication, antidepressant medicine is very bad because it gets you accustomed to things and you think that the medication is the help, is the real help, and it's not true. And then you're always dependent on a medicine, and that's not good. Yes.
See, hypnosis more effective than the standard therapy out there?
Yes. Okay. Is hypnosis more effective than standard psychological therapy? That's your question. I don't want to go into competition with psychologists, but people come to me after they have spent a year, 5 years, 10 years in standard therapy, because standard therapy is dealing with your consciousness. This is exactly what Freud started with hypnosis before at the first, and then he said it's too fast. It's going too fast. I prefer to deal with a slowly going slow. Today we cannot work slow. Today you order on Uber, you order a pizza, it has to come right away, 5 minutes. So today also therapy, it's not 5 minutes obviously, but the hypnotherapy is a shortcut to your subconscious mind, because when you speak to somebody consciously, he is always filtering what you're saying. Is it true? Not true? I accept, I don't accept, I agree, I don't agree, and he's blocking the musar that you're giving him. In fact, you're telling him to correct his ways. Okay, fine, I hear what you're saying, but he still continues. When you are under hypnosis, there is no blockage anymore. So you shortcut the filter and you go directly to change the mind of the person. That's why it's very, very efficient, very efficient. Any more questions? So I'm very happy to have been here and
I have a question, sir.
Yes, sorry.
Good morning first. Thank you. Is there any Medrash in the Torah about this?
You just came?
I just came, yeah.
Okay, good.
You already spoke about it?
So,
I'm sorry.
we go back 1 hour, and it's recorded, so you have all the other things. So thank you very much. Yes? Can you speak very loud and I will repeat the question?
Does it happen that after the change the subconscious? Or should you're leaving conscious back or change?
Yeah, can somebody change when we have a therapy and a year later it can change, right? It can re-go to what it was before, correct? That's what your question is? It could happen because we are humans, we're not robots, and could happen that there is something that is trauma for somebody, and because of that trauma he will get back to his bad habits. For example, smoking. If you stop smoking and then there is an event that happens, I need a cigarette, so he would take a cigarette. But it's stupid to do that, but it happens. It can happen. Okay, then come back. Come on, we'll fix it. We'll fix the problem.
Did you test on anyone, would you?
Yes and no. I can test. We can do some tests with you, for example, because you are a good example and you want to be a volunteer, but...
I would rather see someone else.
No. You are the one who wanted. Okay, come.
But I'm afraid.
Afraid of what? You have a secure environment, you have all kind of bodyguards here, it's okay, everybody is going to protect you.
How long is it?
What?
No, how long is this thing?
You want to test? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
How does it work?
How does it work? Okay. Just, if you don't mind, to close the door, like this, we are not disturbed, and sit down, it's okay. Just, you didn't attend the session, but it's okay. We have a nice and good volunteer. What's your name?
Monsey.
Moshe, okay, Moshe. Hypnosis, I've just explained, is being relaxed. Just relax, let go.
Yeah.
Can you do that? Okay.
Not in front of 50 people watching me.
So now you're going to watch me. You don't care about them, right? Okay, don't care about them. Release your hands. You see, body language, close. No, we want him to be open. We want him to be open. Just relax. This is the only thing. So you don't care about what people do, okay? We agree with that? You don't care what people are here. You're just with me. Just relax. Just breathe in 2-3 times like this. Just relax. Breathe in. Okay. Hypnosis is being let go. Let go any pressure. We're going to make a little test if you can let go your mental and body as well. Okay? You agree with me? Okay. I'll just... Okay. So what we'll do, I'll take your hand and you're going to put your hand in my hand like this and you let go your hand in my hand. Okay? No. You see, you still control. Don't control your hand.
Okay.
You're controlling your hand. It's not falling.
Okay.
Let go your hand in my hand. It's very hard.
Okay.
It's very hard to let go. In other words, let the pressure. I am holding his hand, but he doesn't trust me. Put your hand on here, please. Here, you see the difference? He trusts the bima, but not me. So he's putting. You see? So now, believe that my hand is a bima. Okay. Oh, now I feel it. I feel the weight. I feel the weight. That's good. That's very good. Very good. So now we said in the session that imagination is what makes a person change. So I'm going to show you something. I'll speak loud. You see this finger? This finger is falling alone. Okay? We're going to make this finger not fall anymore. This finger is not going to fall. Just release your hand, and you want to imagine something. In order to see things better, you have to close your eyes. Okay, so I invite you.
You remind me how to see, right?
Yes. Just close your eyes. Okay, very good. Now, imagine that this finger is floating on a cloud. It's very light. It's floating on a cloud. It's very, very light. This finger is now rigid and floating on a cloud. And as this finger is floating and is very light, very, very light, you'll feel your body getting heavy and heavy, heavy and heavy, as if your body is going either forward or backward. You want to see your body going backwards. Your body is going backwards. In all security, you feel your body going backwards. Don't feel afraid, you're not going to fall. The body is going backwards, and it's going backwards. I'm here behind you. My hands have magnetic fields, and you're going to feel attracted. Your body is going to be attracted backwards. The body is coming, it's pulling. Not pulling yet. Yes, it's pulling. It's getting there. It's getting there. As if I'm pulling a cord.
I just have to pull.
No. Don't have to do anything. Do you feel it? Okay, Moshe, very good.
I don't feel it.
Did you feel something? Did you feel your body move? But you move. You know that your body moved.
I moved. I mean,
you saw it. No, I didn't tell you. But did you feel the body moving? No. How do you feel now? Amazing. But you. People saw that your body was moving. You didn't feel it, right?
Okay.
You see? You see what I mean? It is unconscious. It is unconscious. I'm going to propose to you something else. I can propose that test if you want. If you want to make a little test, but a lot of people are stuck together, so it's difficult. If you want, you can. Okay, we'll do that test. You can put your hand together, put your hands together, stuck to each other like this. Okay.
Dinim.
Okay, go ahead. No. Go ahead, put your hand like this. And then put your 2 fingers in front of you, like this, in front of your head, and concentrate on the space between the 2 fingers. Concentrate on the space between the 2 fingers. Concentrate on the space. Okay. Really push your hands together, concentrate on the space between the 2 fingers. Now close your eyes and imagine that your fingers are magnets. Imagine the fingers are magnets and feel the fingers getting together getting together. If you don't resist, they will get together. Your two fingers are getting together, you're going to glue together. You're going to feel your fingers getting glued together. The fingers are getting closer and closer to each other, and you can feel the fingers are closer, 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 getting glued. Imagine that we screw these fingers together. We screw the fingers together, and the more they're screwed, they're very, very glued, so much glued that it would be impossible to open them. Impossible to open those fingers. For people who are really receptive, they will feel the fingers glued together, like if there is cement on the fingers, and it will be impossible for them to open them. This is just a suggestion that I'm giving, and it works that way. And at the count of 3, you want to try to open your fingers, and you'll see, for some people it will be impossible to open the finger. 1, 2, 3, can you try to open the fingers? Okay. Who has his fingers stuck?
Maybe it doesn't work on me.
It's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's fine. It's fine, it's just a little experience. Okay, who has his finger crossed, everything? We'll see, okay. Anyway, how do you feel?
Blessed.
Blessed. Thank you, Moshe, thank you very much.
I wish you would have been able to remind me Har Sinai.
It's okay, next time when you come. Okay, for this, very good. Okay, thank you everybody for coming and for listening, and I'm available for whatever you want. Thank you.
How long will you be here in the U.S.?
I'm here for another week, and then I'll come maybe for Sukkot, and I come